What's up guys, Flying Badger back with another video. This time we're going to be showcasing that same AX crate that I built last time, unengineered. I can show you some of the stats real quick. We got roughly 3,000 health, 30% caustic resistance, which is super good. I started this AX zone already. I was hoping that it would hurry up and we move on to the next phase so that we get some interceptors here. It should be coming up soon, but I figured I'd go ahead and start the video, start the little showcase going on. So with scouts, there's really nothing to them, like especially with gimbaled weapons. All you have to do is just highlight the target, center it on their circle, and as long as you're within 2,000 meters, you'll rip them apart. If you're outside that 2,000 meters, you're looking at that damage fall off to begin, which you just saw. It said 500,000 credit reward. That means that now the interceptors come out. So I just turned on silent running, which allows me to build up heat versus dissipate it. You pretty much closes your heat banks and allows you to build it up. So then you just fire or boost away, build up your heat, and now you just want to kick out a little heat sink right now, and then I'll drop your heat back down. And that's how that we're going to combat caustic. Pretty much the Thargoids are like xenomorphs in the way that, you know, they have blood that's essentially corrosive and eats away at the hull of your ship. So the goal is to not allow that to happen. And then here we see a shutdown field, so we get ready, trigger our shutdown field neutralizer, which I just failed at. I thought I hit it before, but I must have missed it. Guess we'll just be watching Thargoids for a minute. Pretty nice little planet. One of my squadron mates kind of found. Not just my squadron mate anymore, but my admiral. Yeah. Looks like we got a couple of Cyclopses and scouts. So, yeah, there we go. Pretty much those shutdown fields, if they get you, they'll just shut you down. Like, there's really nothing too bad with them. So now that we have our first interceptor highlighted, we want to make sure that we have at least 3 peps and both weapons and engines, because systems is really only needed for the shutdown field. We're going to go ahead and conduct our scan. You have to be within 2,000 meters, so we need that to be at 2 or below 2. Right now it says it's 900, so we're more than good. So our scan is complete, because in the lower left corner right there, you'll see that it says Cyclops variant. Now we're going to target center mass and go ahead and start unloading with our turrets here. So if you see, once we start targeting center, it'll start dealing damage to this starboard until the point to where that we see red on that bottom corner. That means that there's a heart now exposed. And if you look at the actual model of him, we'll go past his little thing. See? That's a heart exposed right there. So now you want to target subsystems, which there's 2 ways to do it. You can set up a key binding, or you can come into here and hit contacts, and you can target and exert the heart. Now that we've targeted and exerted the heart, we're just going to go ahead and fire. The hearts are going to break super easy with these AX turrets, at least on anything like a Cyclops and a Basilisk. Like, really good. The first heart that you break will trigger that lightning attack that you see right there. He'll now be able to do that for the rest of the battle. So anytime that you're within 700 meters, he has a chance to randomly trigger that attack. Yeah, unloading with your multi-cannons will go ahead and shred his shields away. Once his shields are away, you got to make sure that you're hitting center mass. If you're not hitting center mass, he won't expose a heart. Once a heart is exposed, go ahead and target that heart. Boom. Now you'll see me target away, so just click A, target something else, and then come back, and that'll allow you to be center mass. Anytime that you're not attacking a heart that's exposed, you want to switch back to center mass, because I can show you, for example, here, we do this. We go ahead, and I'll just target one of his hearts that's, you know, currently there. And I'll show you what I mean. So now we're just targeting a random part that's not exposed. And see how that it doesn't really deal the same amount of damage? It'll expose it after a while, but it doesn't deal the same amount of damage that hitting him in the eye will. So the goal is to switch back, go center mass. And whenever he loses this last wave, he's going to trigger a shutdown field. The very last heart always triggers a shutdown field regardless of the variant. So you have to be ready to use that shutdown field neutralizer to shut that down. Now that we have caustic damage on, because I haven't been dodging missiles, I'll show you how to dodge missiles on the next one. Go ahead and hit your delete key, and that'll trigger your silent running over there in the corner. You'll see it come on. Silent running, like I said, closes your heat vents and will make you actually build up heat inside the ship. And that heat is what's going to burn it off. We should see this heat on this left-hand side of our radar here. It'll get to roughly 200 degrees before it burns itself off. So as you can see here, the more that we fire, the faster we're going to go. Once you see your health turn yellow, or that solid orange color instead of a yellow, then you know that your caustic is pretty much off. Go ahead and turn silent running off, and you can kick out a heat sink, is what I like to do, because that'll make it to where that you won't take as much damage. Now we come here, target center mass, highlight the heart once more, destroy this heart, target away, target center mass, and go ahead and unload. Now he's going to survive this, so I'll show you how to dodge a missile with this one. So what you're going to want to do is go ahead and boost away. Continue to boost away. Now what you can do is you can FA off, and that's going to continue to move in your current trajectory, and we can actually flip around and we can see the missile. Now that we've seen the missile explode, go ahead, FA back on, boom, start boosting back towards our target. Depending on the variant of the Cyclops determines how many missiles he sends after you. A Cyclops is only going to send one, versus a Basilisk will send two, Medusa is going to send 3 missiles, and a Hydra is going to send 4. Which makes them a lot harder. But once we're back on, target center mass, square the shields all the way down, and go ahead and finish up. And just like that, as you can see, easy 6.5 million. And we're only at 61% whole. So depending on your current, like, how you feel about this, you can go ahead and you can engage another target, which I feel pretty comfortable engaging the next one. But when that you first start off, anytime that you get to roughly 50% hull, that's when that you want to go and conduct a landing. The main issue with landing, which we'll show you here, is these settlements that are under attack don't have an auto dock function, so you have to manually land. And same thing as always, you know, you get within 7.5, go ahead and request docking, which it says anonymous, so I'm guessing I messed something up. I probably hit someone or something, so I'll probably have to cut this video short, but I think I showed off the majority of what I need to do. I'll show you guys how to land real quick, or how I like to land, because these manual landings can be kind of rough. I know my wife has kind of issues with these too. So what I like to do is I like to always come down and try and target. You'll see the nose. Just let yourself bump. It's really not going to do much damage, depending on, like, you know, how much health and stuff that you have. Even it'll just slow you down. Once you're here, do a little bit of left, do a little bit of right, and boom, you're right on. So now you would be able to use these, but as you can see, I'm a criminal here, so cannot. And then if you hit launch quick enough, it'll turn you around and you'll be able to just rearm, repair, reload, and then jump right out. But I'm gonna tuck down in real quick because apparently I was too slow with it, and then it should launch me. I'm gonna fight one more Thargoid before I call this video quits. I was gonna look and see if they got an interceptor, but I don't see it. There should be a couple more. We'll try and get one more Cyclops going. Like I said, I think all the AX stuff to where that they're like, you need engineering and you need this many billion credits or whatever, I think it's all bull crap. Like, you can very easily do it with a ship that's simple, easy to build, just like this, and you can make a killing, especially, you know, if you join a squadron like Palcon or, you know, or Paladin Consortium, for you who don't know who I'm with, but you can make a killing, you know, just coming out, even playing in open, because I'm in solo right now. If I were playing in open, there's a bunch of people out here killing Thargoids that have way better builds than this. So you can just sit there, and as long as you get a hit, you get credit for the kill. Like, all you have to do is just fly around, and you can hit a Thargoid that's way above your pay grade and still make a killing. I think right now I'm even sitting on roughly 634 million, and that's just from one day of playing a combat zone with my friends. Like, it's super easy to do, and it's a great way to make money, and it's actually fun and entertaining. As you can see, target the center. I messed up though, I didn't scan this guy, so I can't target a heart just yet. If you don't scan him, then it says basic scan complete, but it won't tell you. See, now the scan is complete. So now we can come over into this panel here, target, and you can see exert a heart right there. So that'll go ahead and target the exert a heart, and boom. Just sink your fangs right into it. And like I said, first heart, you're going to trigger a lightning attack. Regardless of the variant, see, he's going to go ahead and start hitting yellow, and like, lightning will mess you up if you don't have a guardian hole reinforcement. If you have a guardian hole reinforcement, lightning is literally like completely tanky. It won't do shit to you. See, now we have them at 0%, and we're already targeting that center eye. So, and like I said, to target the center eye, just click somewhere else, and then click the Thargoid again when you're back on. Come into this left panel now that his heart's exposed. Target the exerted one, and let your fangs sink into it again. Boom, he's gone. Target center mass again. Especially because he's about to pop up shields. Now here's where he kicks out that caustic missile. So we turn FA off and boost. As long as you're boosting away, even with an unengineered build, you can see we're getting roughly like 400 meters a second, which is pretty good. And FA off means we can flip around so we can actually see that missile coming after us. Boom, missile exploded, we start flying back at him. FA off just means that you won't have the forward and reverse thrust to get you back to zero, pretty much. Like, it's like essentially taking the cruise control off. You're just going to drift through space. And we got him down to 0. Now we can start harassing him again. Center fires. And boom. I was hoping this was going to happen. So as you can see, my canopy is starting to crack, which is going to happen with the crate. But don't worry, because if our canopy completely cracks, it'll shatter, and you'll see our vision will go out here in a minute. Ooh. Oh shit. I totally forgot. And let ourselves gain some heat. turn on that silent running, and then as well, you saw him do that shutdown field. Shutdown field, like I said, he gets down to 1 heart, he's gonna trigger it. It's a guaranteed thing. It's not one of the things where that you have to like guess. They'll do it twice. They do it whenever they first come in, and they do it whenever they get that last heart. And he's going to kick out another caustic missile here at this last phase because his shields are up. But the good thing is, we know it's coming. Flip around real quick. We still have the FA off right now, so even though it looks like that we're targeting and fighting and stuff like that, we're still moving in a general direction. We watch that missile explode. Go ahead and start shooting again. Ah, yes, here we go. So I can show you guys a cool trick with this one. So if you look, we can see the hood and everything to the right, right? Where that our windshield is. But whenever we look directly at an object, we lose all of that data. We don't see anything because our hood is essentially broken now. But cool trick, if you come over into ship, come over into night vision, you turn this on, and boom, it gives you a heads up display still, because the heads up display is now being broadcasted through your suit's helmet versus being broadcasted through your actual ship. So the canopy being broken really doesn't hurt you at all. Anyways, I think that's gonna pretty much do it for this video. That pretty much showcases this build. It's really easy to use, like you just saw. Requires absolutely no engineering, only Guardian module and hull reinforcements, which you could unlock those in literally like 3 hours worth of work. Well, 3 hours worth of, like, you know, gameplay, quality gameplay of Elite Dangerous. And it's pretty easy to do. Pretty solid. It's a good starter build. I mean, it really doesn't have anything to it. Yeah. If you want more videos like this, be sure to like and subscribe, and let me know that this is the kind of content that y'all want, because, you know, I can show off more of this. I got plenty of AX builds, and I can showcase how exactly I fight with each one and how that you can see it in action and stuff. Just let me know. Anyways, thank you guys. Have a good one.